Hi everyone. In this video, I will explain Mastercam attributes and levels and how you can set them for the current drawing session and how you can change them when needed. Mastercam allows you to assign physical attributes to entities you created in the graphics window. This is useful when dealing with complex geometry. You can use different levels, colors, styles, and widths of lines to clearly define your geometry. I have opened the attributes Mastercam file, and to change any of the attributes in Mastercam, you have to select the Home tab, and you'll have Attributes group, in which you can change the point style, the line style, the line width, and color for wireframe, solids, and surfaces. You can also change the levels in the Organize group. For point style, you can set a point type from the drop list. For the line style, you can choose solid, hidden, center line, another type of center line, and Z break. And in the line width, you have 5 options for the line thickness. In the color, if you click on the drop down arrow, you have a choice of colors or standard colors. You can even click on the more colors, and all the different colors are going to be available for you to choose from. You can even customize a color if you want to. Okay, for now, the same options will be in the solid color and in the surface color. You also have a set material, specially used for solids shapes. You can choose different metal or plastic or glass materials. You have the clear color option also available in the attributes, and the set from entity option, which basically allows you to select an existing entity. Let's say I'm picking this line, and you will see all the attributes that this line will be reflected in the attributes group. Another option is to set all the attributes, and you will have to select the entities that you want to change, and then a dialog box will appear in which I can set all the attributes and the level on which I want this node to be moved. You just need to check the box in front of it, and all the settings will be reflected accordingly, as you can make all the changes that you needed. I am just going to cancel the option, but that's just another way of changing the attributes of existing entities. The main level, also known as the active level, can be set in the Organize group. As I said before, you can just change the numbers if you want to. And then the next geometry that you are going to create will be on that level. I'm just going to keep it right now to 1. Another way of changing attributes is by using the mini toolbar. To access mini toolbar, remember you need to do a right mouse click in the graphic windows, and you can see all the attributes, level included, are listed here too. You also have the Z depth of the construction plane in both the Organize and in the mini toolbar. This just allows you to set a different construction depth. Before you set any attributes, make sure that no entities are selected. Currently there are no entities selected, but you can also click on the clear selection in the quick mask toolbar. I will start to create these 3 rectangles using the attributes and the levels that are described to the left side of the geometry. I'm starting with the green color rectangle. In the attributes, you can see the wireframe color is set to green. If I click on the color and if I select the more colors option, you can see that each color has a number attached to it. So if you are not sure which green you are supposed to select, you can also type the number there, 10, and it will pick the color that it's used right now for that rectangle. Okay, for now. The line style is solid and the line width is the very first one. In the levels, I just need to make sure that level 1 is selected. To create a rectangle, I'm going to select the wireframe tab and I'm just selecting from the shapes the rectangle command. The width is 2 inches and the height is 1 inch. I'm going to enable anchor and I'm also going to lock the values for the width and for the height as I need to create 2 more rectangles. If you move the cursor in the graphic area, you can see the preview of the rectangle. Just going to select the center location and then choose OK and create new operation or press and enter from the keyboard. I'm staying in the same command. I need to change the attributes for the second rectangle. I could select again the Home tab and change the attributes in the Attributes group, or remember you can also do a right mouse click and use the mini toolbar to do the same thing. Just going to do a right mouse click somewhere else so I can see the information. And for the line style, I need hidden. The only downside of using the mini toolbar, as you could see, is that you have to do a right mouse click and select one attribute at a time to change, and then red color. And for the level, I have to change the level to 2 and press and enter once I'm done. And I'm just going to select again the center point location and enter to finish it. Make sure that you press the enter to finish and you should see the rectangle with the current attributes. Otherwise, if it's in the live state, the rectangle attributes will be changed. I'm going to use the Home tab for the last rectangle, and I'm going to use center line with the third one and the color blue. Number 9, it's actually this one, and the level 3. Press and enter, and then I'm just going to select the point and another enter. And OK to exit the rectangle command. Next, we are going to talk about levels. As I said before, levels is an organizational tool in Mastercam. Organizing your files into levels allows you to control which areas of the drawing are visible. You are always drawing in the main level or active level. You can create and name an unlimited number of levels and set anyone to be the main level. A Mastercam file can contain separate levels for wireframes, surfaces, and drafting entities. We are going to open the Levels Manager, and to do that, you can select the View tab and click on Levels to open the Levels Manager. Level Manager will also be available to the left side of the screen. If I click somewhere in the graphics window, you can see Levels Manager here located too. I am going to lock the Levels Manager because we are going to work on it a little bit. You can also hide it whenever you need it later on. So I'm locking it, and let's see what we currently have on these 3 levels that are used. I'm going to make the active level, level 1, and to do that you can either enter the number 1 here, or you can just click in the numbers column next to 1 to make it the active level. I am going to use this turn all levels off, and you can see level 1 is still visible, and level 2 and level 3 the check mark disappears, which means I made those 2 levels invisible. In level 1 I currently can see our notes, the table, and the 2 green rectangles. I'm going to keep on level 1 just the green rectangles. I'm also going to name the level to keep everything clear for me. Whenever I need to open a file that has level, it's a good practice to name the levels to know exactly what kind of entities do you have on that specific level. I'm going to name this green rectangle. And because I want to name the rest of them too, I'm just going to make everything visible, and I am going to change the number here to 2 and name level 2 red rectangles, and name level 3 blue rectangles. Okay. On level 2, if I want to check what I have on level 2 currently, I make the level 2 our main level, and then I can make invisible level 1 and level 2. You can see on level 2 I currently have just the red rectangles, which is exactly what I want. On level 3 I should have more entities that I don't want, so I make level 3 the active level, and I remove the X mark from the visible column by just clicking on it. And you can see I also have some points, 6 points, and extra notes there. I'm starting to move things on different levels. I'm going to make everything visible. And the first thing that I want to do is to move all the nodes on a separate level. That is going to be level 4. You have an infinite number of levels that you can use, and they don't need to be in the order. I'm just going to keep everything in the order, but you can have number 400 here right now if you want to. The name is going to be nodes. As you could see, I have 0 entities on the nodes level, but it's the current level. To move the nodes on level 4, I have to select them first. I could just click on each of them, or I can use the Quick Mask toolbar. You can see that you can select all points entities if you highlight the top left area of the button. Or you can use select only point entities if you click on the area below the diagonal. You can also select all line entities, all arcs, all splines, all wireframe entities, and here are select all drafting entities. Make sure that you select the top side of the bottom, left side, and you can see how all the nodes were automatically selected for me. Once I select the nodes, I can either use the Home tab and click on the icon next to the level, which says Change Levels, and the Change Levels dialog box appears. Remember, you can move or copy entities on different levels. I'm going to use the Move option, and I wanted to move those nodes in the current active level. Nothing else here to change. I just need to choose the OK button. As you could see, currently I have 5 entities in the nodes level. And if I want to ensure that only the nodes are in level 4, I could choose this Turn All Levels Off, knowing that the main current level will still be enabled and visible. And you can see the nodes that were moved on level 4. I'm going to make all levels on. I'm using Turn All Levels On icon. Next, I am going to move all 6 points to a separate level. Going to change the level number here to 5, and I'm going to name it Points. And I will follow the same steps. First, select the geometry that you want to move on a different level. And I'm going to use the Quick Mask option and click on Select All Point Entities. Notice that all 6 points are selected. And then I'm going to use the mini toolbar this time. I'm doing a right mouse click. And from the mini toolbar, I'm selecting the same change level icon. Operation is set to move. Use active level, which happens to be level 5. And the name was already set. I'm just going to select the OK button. Now you can see 6 points are currently on level 5. The only other thing that I need to move are those center lines, red color center lines, that I want to move on level 6. And I'm going to name this level Table. To select these lines quick, instead of just click, click, click and select them one by one, I can use the specific attributes that define this line, which are the line is center line. I do have center lines, although for these rectangles, but I have a combination of attributes that I can use. Center line, red, and also I can use the width of the line. To be able to select several attributes at the same time, I can use this Select All Advanced button, which, as you could see, brings me the Select All dialog box. And I can tell the system that I want to select the entities by color, by width, and the style that is specific to it. I'm going to check the color first and click on the color button and select the red color. And then I'm selecting the style. And in the style, I will make sure that the center line is selected. So 2 of the attributes that are specific to the lines used to create the table. You can also select the attributes by clicking on Same As and just picking one of the lines. And now you can see all the attributes are checked. Once I choose the OK button, I can see the lines there. It happens that this particular line has a different width than the rest of it, so I will have to select it individually. And once I have everything that I needed selected, I can do a right mouse click and again select the change level option and use active level. It's already enabled. Name table. I could just select the OK button to move them. As you could see, for the green rectangle, currently I have 8 entities. I can double check what is on level 1 by again making level 1 main level and then hide all the other levels. On level 2, again, I just need to hide level 1 and you can see the 2 rectangles. I will make main level level 3 and hide level 2, and you can see the 2 blue rectangles. And I will make level 4 main level, hide level 3, see the notes. Same thing with the points, just making sure that you're making visible level 4, and then the table. And we have everything organized as I wanted. I will just make everything visible again. Now, the only thing that I want to show you is how I can change the attributes of the line that was different in our table. So I'm going to select the line. I'm going to do a right mouse click in the graphics window. I'm going to click on Set All, and I'm going to use Same As and pick one entity and OK for now. One other thing that I want to mention about the attributes is that you can override the default attributes. In the Home tab, you can select this Entity Attributes, and in the Entity Attributes Manager, you can make it active, and you can set all the points to be created on level 1 with the color that you wanted, with the style that you wanted. And then all the points that you create from now on will be created on level 1, color 10, and in that style. Same thing with lines. I can tell the system to create all the lines on level 2 using a specific color that I can change. In this case, I can just put, let's say, 12, which I know it's the red color. I can set up the style of the line and the width of the lines and so on. You can select each of these type of entities and set up what type of attributes you want them to have. I am not going to use this option because regularly I will have combinations of lines and arcs when I create contours, create surfaces, but you can set them up, especially for nodes and dimensions in general. I would say that will be a good option to use. I'm just going to cancel the settings. One more thing that I want to mention, levels are not linked with attributes, so you cannot have specific attributes set up to specific levels. Just keep that in mind. Mastercam does not do that. This concludes the video on attributes and levels in Mastercam.